So now we will derive relation between, or we will derive the transformation matrix of a truss. Transformation matrix gives you relation between the local unknowns and global unknowns. Okay, local unknowns means displacement in the bar structure. At each joint there is one unknown, and that is axial displacement. And global unknowns means at each joint there are two displacement, horizontal displacement and vertical displacement. Because global unknowns are mentioned with respect to global coordinate system. That's why global coordinate system, x is horizontal, y is vertical, there are two axes. And the local unknowns are presented with respect to local coordinate system. And in local coordinate system, bar is having only x axis, that is along the member, and it is having one displacement, that is along the member. Okay, we will see with the help of figure also to understand in a better way. So if you consider one bar member inclined at an angle theta with respect to horizontal. Okay, let us assume this is node number 1 and this is node number 2, right? Now this bar member, if it is a bar, and if you want to show it in the local coordinate system, in this bar element, in local coordinate system, x-axis is always assumed along the bar. Okay, if this is node number 1 and this is node number 2, your x-axis in the local coordinate system will be like this, along the member, right? And perpendicular to that, in anti-clockwise sense, there is y-axis. So this xy axis represents the local coordinate system. Local means, understand again, along the bar x-axis, perpendicular to that in anti-clockwise sense is the y-axis. Now if you want to show the local unknowns in this bar, local unknown means at each node of the bar there is one displacement, and that is axial displacement along the bar member. So if bar is inclined, displacement is also inclined. So displacement at joint number 1 along the bar is U1 at node number 1, and U2 at node number 2. Okay, so U1, U2 are the local unknowns. Local unknowns means at each joint of the bar there is only one displacement, and that is axial displacement, assuming that bar is subjected to axial forces only. Okay, so understand these 2 points now. First we have shown the local axis xy, then we have show the local unknowns u1 and u2. Now to make the difference between local and global unknowns and coordinate system, let's change this slightly. Local coordinate system, let it be represented by x dash, y dash. So dash represent the local, then u1 dash, u2 dash. Okay, so u1 dash, u2 dash are the local unknowns, x dash, y dash are the local axis. Now in the same figure, I will show the global coordinate system and global unknowns. Understand now, when this bar member will be part of truss, it transfer into global coordinate system. In the same figure now I will show the global coordinate system. So in the global coordinate system, horizontal axis is x and vertical axis is y. Horizontal is x and vertical is y. Similarly here, Horizontal is x, vertical y. So only x, y are the global coordinates, x dash, y dash local coordinates. Now when this bar is a part of truss, truss is normally subjected to two directional forces, x and y directional forces, and therefore each joint of the truss is subjected to two displacement, horizontal displacement and vertical displacement. So in global coordinate system, at each joint there are two unknowns, horizontal displacement and vertical displacement. So horizontal displacement, let us assume horizontal displacement is u1, horizontal displacement u1 and vertical displacement is v1. That you can show either here or here, no problem. Horizontal displacement is u1, horizontal displacement is u1 and vertical displacement is v1. Similarly here, horizontal displacement is u2 and vertical displacement is v2. So now look at the unknowns. There are four unknowns in global coordinate system, u1, v1 and u2, v2, right? Two unknowns in local coordinate system, u1 dash, u2 dash. Okay, so this figure combinedly represent the local unknowns and global unknowns, local coordinates and global coordinates. So if question is asked in the examination, question may be asked on this article is derive the transformation matrix of truss element. So for that question, when you are writing the answer, very first part is you have to draw this figure representing the local and global axis as well as unknowns. Right? It is better if you want the meaning of, if you write down the meaning of all this. For example, here you write down x dash, y dash represent local coordinates, xy represent global coordinates, u1 dash, u2 dash local unknowns, and u1, v1, u2, v2 are the global unknowns. Like this, you list out the description of figure. One more thing, it is important to understand this angle theta, how it is assumed. Angle theta is in anti-clockwise sense with respect to positive x-axis about node number 1. This is very important. Theta is assumed in anti-clockwise sense with respect to positive x-axis in about node number 1. Okay. Now we have to derive the relation between local unknowns and global unknowns. For that, if you look at this, if you draw one perpendicular, here, and if you draw this triangle separately, if you draw that triangle separately, this inclined edge represents the local displacement, that is u1 dash. u1 dash. This horizontal and vertical displacement represent the global displacements. Horizontal is u1 and vertical is v1. So these two edges represent the global unknowns. This inclined edge represents the local unknown. This angle is called as theta. Now if this is theta and this diagonal edge is u1 dash, this horizontal edge represent cos theta, vertical side, front side represent sin theta. If this is theta, adjacent side represent the cos theta and front side represent the sin theta. Now if you want to write down what is the value of this u1 dash, u1 dash is equal to, it is a vector. Remember, it is not a triangle. Don't apply. The square of diagonal is equal to sum of square of these two sides. It is wrong. It is a triangle representing three vectors. So diagonal vector is equal to simply sum of remaining two sides vector. Diagonal vector represent equal to sum of remaining two vectors. So u1 dash is equal to u1 cos theta plus v1 sin theta. u1 dash is equal to u1 cos theta plus v1 sin theta. Similarly, if you draw a triangle at joint number 2, if you draw a perpendicular, if you consider this triangle, this angle is again theta. This angle is again theta. Diagonal is u2 dash. Horizontal is u2 cos theta. Vertical edge v2 sin theta. u2, v2 are the horizontal and vertical displacement. If this angle is theta, its adjacent side is cos theta, front side is sin theta. Again, finally, u2 dash is equal to u2 cos theta plus v2 sin theta. So this left hand side u1 dash and u2 dash are the local unknowns, and u1, v1, u2, v2 are the global unknowns. If you write down these two equations in matrix form, u1 dash u2 dash is equal to if you write down your global unknowns as a vector, u1, v1, u2, v2 global unknowns, u1 dash u2 dash global unknowns. u1 dash is equal to u1 cos theta plus v1 sin theta. So u1 and v1, there is no coefficient to u2, v2. It means first u1 coefficient is cos theta, v1 sin theta, then 0, 0, first row, and u2 dash is equal to, it is u2 cos theta and v2 sin theta, means first two elements are 0 and it is cos theta sin theta, right? So local unknowns equal to, this matrix is called as transformation matrix. This matrix is called as transformation matrix, and these are the global unknowns. So local unknowns are equal to transformation matrix into global unknowns. Okay? So this is called as transformation matrix of a truss element. Okay? You can represent it in a other form. This transformation matrix is also represented by matrix L or matrix T in some books. So L or T, this you can use to represent the transformation matrix. Okay. Now this matrix you can simplify In a more simple way you can write down. Cos theta, let us assume it is L, and sin theta, that is M. Like this you can represent this transformation matrix. L or T equal to L or T matrix equal to LM 0 0 0 0 LM, where L is equal to cos theta and M is equal to sin theta. Okay. So this is called as final transformation matrix. This is called as final transformation matrix. Now this transformation matrix is used to derive the final stiffness matrix of truss member or truss element, which is further used to solve the numerical examples of the trusses using stiffness matrix method. Okay, so this is derivation of transformation matrix. Now in the next class we will derive the stiffness matrix of truss member. Like bar member we have derived, stiffness matrix of bar member is A by L 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Now similarly we have to derive the stiffness matrix of truss member now, which is used in the problems like to find out K1, K2, K3 like bar problem. So in the next class we will derive the stiffness matrix of truss member. Okay, thank you.